I'm Natalie from ATMS and welcome to our Practitioner Spotlight. Today I'm joined by Jennifer Harrington. Hello, how are you?
Hey, it's lovely to be here today, Nat. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you for coming on. Now, today we're going to be talking more about the practitioner angle, and this is what I'd love to know is what, I guess, one, please introduce yourself. What's your modality? But we also want to get down to the nitty-gritties of why did you get into studying natural medicine in the first place?
So I'm Jennifer Harrington. I am a naturopath. I own Menopause Natural Solutions, and I've been practicing for 21 years.
That's such a long time. Well done. So where did you start and why did you become a naturopath?
Yeah. So I was struggling with my own health, which is a lot of naturopaths' journey. I had polycystic ovarian syndrome, and although the irregularity of menstruation didn't worry me, the stabbing pain as I tried to ovulate would drop me to the floor, and that just wasn't something I could live with. So I started down the conventional route, and yes, the oral contraceptive pill 100% took away my pain. I'm not denying that at all, but it also took away my personality. And that just wasn't a price that I was willing to pay. So I knew there must be something else out there. So I just went and tested and tried a few different options. And within my first bottle of herbs, I was out of pain. And if anything, I had more of myself because I had more energy, more brain. Like it was just more of me. And I loved it so much that I left my career, went and retrained, and here I am.
I'll come to you and you said so many of us do get into this profession for our own health reason as well. So once you graduate, say 21 years ago, what is, I guess, what are different options, and especially for students now thinking about post-graduating or newly graduated practitioners, start?
So I was extremely fortunate in that my first job offer was at Chivasom Health Resort over in Thailand, which is the world's #1 health retreat. So I was there with 4 other naturopaths, and we also had acupuncturists, we had Ayurvedic medicine practitioners, we had conventional GPs, we had cardiologists, chiropractors, physiotherapists, personal trainers, monks, like you name it, we had it. And we would have morning meetings. Mr. Jones is coming in today. He's got X, Y, and Z. What can we offer him? And just to be in that room and to hear the other suggestions, they were very much about the collaborative effort. What can we do together for the benefit of the person? And coming back to Australia, it was really disheartening because at that point in time, it was very much anti anything alternative. And things have changed, and there definitely is a more collaborative response now than there was back then, which is lovely to see. It just took longer to get here than it did in Thailand. But I can honestly say that experience cemented naturopathy into me as a career for life. Like just the profound changes. And I think sometimes when new graduates come out, sometimes it takes a while to see some patients and to get some results. And for me, it was hard and fast. They were just coming in and we would see results in a couple of days. But this is also because they weren't in their home environment. So they didn't have the stress, they weren't cooking, they weren't cleaning, they were 100% focused on their health. And the outcomes were phenomenal. So one thing I would say for new graduates is that you definitely want to be in a team. When you're stepping out into practice, to have somebody you can talk to discuss some of your cases. Hopefully it's in a big clinic where there's lots of different people you can bounce ideas off. But if it's not, really seek a practitioner who does mentoring. Because for me, that was really why I'm still here.
I think those mentors can be such a help for new graduates and new starting practitioners. And other tips in running a clinic that you can maybe just give us as well?
Yeah. So in my particular scenario, I started with female reproductive conditions because that's why I got into this industry. It then branched off into fertility. And then as I've got older, it sort of moved into perimenopause and menopause because that's the age of the women that I'm working with, and that's my age. We've all transitioned together. But it's about finding a niche that's important to you, something that you think that you would be happy to spend hours and hours and days and months actually reading the research. Because if it's not an area that interests you, you're not going to want to do that extra research on top of your consulting hours. So yeah, find a passion, niche down, and I've really found it helpful to have a book. And also I have a podcast as well. So when you're that passionate about a topic, you want to give and give freely. So for me, I actually have a research day a week. So I spend one day a week going through PubMed, reading articles, writing blog posts, and doing a podcast. So yeah, it's got to be passionate, otherwise you won't do that.
I think that's such a good tip, that putting aside the time to work on your practice and on your business and do the research. So that's brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that as well. Now, before we go, please share us your clinic again and your podcast so we can all find you as well and listen.
So it's the same across the board, so I'm very easy to find. It's Menopause Natural Solutions. So that's the name of my website, that is my social media, that is the podcast. The only thing that's different is the book, which is From Invisible to Invincible, The Natural Menopause Revolution.
So much again, Jennifer, for joining us today and helping all those new graduates that are about to step into clinical practice.
Good luck, guys.
Bye.